Climate activists are taking their protests from the streets to the museums as the next UN climate change conference draws near. Tomato soup versus Van Gogh, mashed potatoes for Monet, and now cake for the king, a wax model of him, that is.
Just stop oil. It's a piece of cake.
The paintings were covered in glass and unharmed, but it was too far for some. One person tweeted, "Not sure that chucking tomato soup at a Van Gogh is going to help the planet."
We're not asking the question, should everybody be throwing soup on paintings? What we're doing is getting the conversation going so we can ask the questions that matter.
And so the activists who are going out there and deciding to throw food and crazy glue themselves in a public venue do not think that they are basically going to have, the prime minister call them up and say, okay. They don't think that. What they think is that if they're lucky, they'll grab attention and people debate, we'll all debate it on Twitter and the media will talk about it. And a lot of people who care about climate change will watch and think about the message that's behind the tactic.
No, people got places to be.
But does this civil disobedience risk alienating people who already cared about the climate? Research suggests it's unlikely.
They may not support the organization that's deciding to throw soup. They may not support groups that want to block the streets, but they still are going to support the overall, issue.
As the urgency of climate change escalates, even scientists are getting involved at the street level.
I decided that since other attempts to have an impact didn't seem to be having any effect, that maybe I should try civil disobedience. So I joined Extinction Rebellion.
He was arrested and charged, but plans to do it again. Jayla Bernstein, CBC News, Montreal.